Every human being has one common question. Where did we come from?
Where do we come from? It's a profound human question. From the beginning, we humans have seemed so different from the rest of the animal world. Then came Darwin. He concluded that human beings, like all living creatures, evolved through natural selection, but he didn't have the human fossils to support his ideas. Now, from a remote African desert, buried for more than 4 million years, comes the fossil evidence Darwin could only have dreamed of. An international team of scientists has made a major discovery in Ethiopia.
We have recovered a partial skeleton dating to 4.4 million years ago. We have something that takes us back 4.4 million, closer to a common ancestor that we shared with the African apes.
Tim White is part of the Middle Awash research team.
We're here in the Middle Awash study area of Ethiopia, and we're looking at a series of basaltic ashes, volcanic explosions that covered this landscape 4.4 million years ago. In the sediments underneath those volcanic horizons, we have fossil bones of our own ancestors. This is an absolutely unique geological extension in this area, letting us look deeply into the past, into our own family history, as well as into the evolutionary history of all the rest of the African mammals.
The Middle Awash Research Project is looking for ancient human ancestors in Ethiopia's rugged Badlands. Ethiopia lies in the Horn of Africa. It's a place of towering highlands, scorching deserts, and vast lakes. This land is a crossroads of early cultures and religions. But there are far deeper roots of human existence here, roots that bind all living people together. Hadar, in northeastern Ethiopia, was the site of an historic fossil discovery in 1974. Researchers, led by Maurice Tayeb and Don Johansson, found the partial skeleton of a female human ancestor, 3.2 million years old. The find captured public imagination around the world. Scientists named the new species Australopithecus afarensis and nicknamed the skeleton Lucy. Most experts had predicted that the anatomy of a fossil as old as Lucy would fall about halfway between modern humans and the common ancestor we once shared with living chimpanzees. But that prediction collapsed when the Lucy skeleton was analyzed at the Cleveland Museum of Natural History.
Ourselves as paleontologists, because here we...
Tim White worked with Johansson to interpret the fossils along with Owen Lovejoy, a leading human anatomist. When Lovejoy examined Lucy's pelvis, he realized she did not mark some halfway point between humans and chimpanzees. In fact, her anatomy showed that she walked upright, on 2 legs. That meant Lucy belonged to our own zoological family. She was on our branch of the family tree, a hominid.
what I had thought was a transitional fossil was in fact something that had been bipedal for a very long period of time, and as a consequence didn't really answer the question that we needed to answer, which is when and why did bipedality actually first evolve?
Even at 3.2 million years old, Lucy was already too human to answer a fundamental question. Why do we humans walk so differently from all other mammals? To find the answer, scientists realized they'd have to find even earlier fossils. In 1981, legendary archaeologist Desmond Clark assembled a new research team. Clark knew that the only way to find an older ancestor of Lucy was to explore much older sediments that lay south of Hadar. So a multinational team formed with funding from the National Science Foundation of the United States. They began to prospect the Middle Awash Valley, named for the river flowing through the region. Here, some sediments were millions of years older than at Hadar. For 3 field seasons, Middle Awash scientists searched east of the river, working in the sweltering heat.
And the heat sometimes can get up to, 44 degrees centigrade in the middle of the day, no shade. And, it's easy to die of heat stroke.
For months, the team scoured the barren outcrops. They found hundreds of animal fossils, but no signs of ancient hominids. Around the same time, tensions between local tribes began to heat up. The area was no longer safe, so the team was forced to move their search to the other side of the Awash River.